Taylor, huge Oblivion Remastered Shadow drop this week.
Mm-hmm.
Have you played it at all, or do you plan to play it? Because I keep watching videos and it looks great. Like, it looks so much better, so much improved.
Yes.
Like just the visuals in general look way better. The game seems to run great. They're already making mods for it. I think I'm gonna do a run through it. I haven't played it since 2006, but maybe it's time.
Improved. Yeah, and I never played Oblivion or Morrowind, so the only Elder Scrolls game I've played is Skyrim, and this is like as good and refined as that. There's a couple like funny, incredibly glaring graphic issues where if you like are holding a sword and you face towards any body of water at all, it's as though your sword is a million miles high. Like you look out over the ocean and your sword is casting a shadow like that's 10 feet wide and all the way across, and like sometimes it kind of warbles and looks a little weird, but as a whole it looks just as good, if not better, than Skyrim. The level up and tech tree shit is more fleshed out, less simplified than Skyrim. And I've only got, the past 2 evenings of playing. So I'm like level 5. So like, it's not like I've delved that deeply into it, but I'm like excited for it. This is an awesome game so far. I foolishly thought that like your charisma amount in this game was going to be the same level of meaningless as Fallout 4 or Skyrim, where like you can be wholly unliked, but you can still get information. And so like I wanted to try as many different things as I could and see if like, is the sword play in this game better than Skyrim? Is the magic better? And so I picked like a spell sword character, which is kind of like splitting the difference. You can kind of be decent at both of those things. The sword combat is like exactly the same. The magic I'm not advanced enough to see, but it's incredibly fun. But I am being bullied up and down Tamriel, no matter who I talk to, because my personality is so low, my charisma is so low that people are like going out of their way to be mean to me in public. The NPCs that I'm not even engaging with, like I walk into a new city, and this would never happen in Skyrim. A guard's just like, look what riffraff just blew into town. And then the next guy walks right by me and he's just some vendor and he's like, get out of here. Or like, this place is going to hell in a handbasket. And just like walking back, just being mean to me. I will talk to a lady who like opens the conversation by being like, ugh. And then I find her family's magic mace, the electric mace. I didn't bring it back right away. I used up all charge first. And then I brought it back to her. And she took it from me and was like, oh, thank you. You don't know how much of a relief this is for my family. This is our heirloom wizard mace. And then like I go to like end the conversation after she's given me like a little reward, not enough reward, by the way. She just said, thank you. JD Vance wouldn't have accepted this as a reward. He would have demanded more. And as soon as I like close out, because they could say like one more line when you close out, she's like, I'm done speaking to you. I don't like you. And I'd wish you'd leave. Like that level of thing. Every vendor I talk to, I tried to join the Fighters Guild and the guy's making fun of me the whole time. And then he sends me on a quest. And as soon as I try to like talk to him again, because there was another verbiage option that I didn't select, his opening thing was like, I don't like you. I'm not going to speak to you. I can't get clues. I can't get hints. Every NPC is bullying the shit out of me. And I still haven't put any points into it because it is kind of funny just being, because I'm so low level now. Like if I get made fun of with like a level 80 Skyrim character, it's like, guess what? You're paralyzed and whisked away into the sea. Some shark's going to eat you. Here, like I'm like a level 5 bitch. And so I can't even talk big. There's like a way to convince people of things that's unlike any other game I've seen, where like you can, on any NPC, you can go to like persuade and just, not even with a goal in mind. From what I can tell, I'm still so early. It's just like trying to pry for a little information that might send you on an additional quest. Maybe you get something cool.
It's like pickpocketing, but speech.
And there's like 4 options for everything. And it'll be like boast, joke, compliment, and some other thing. And they have different responses.
Humor doesn't carry on to the game.
It does not. It does not. They don't like me, and like they have different personalities, and it like shows like a rim of like how likely they are to like it. And so I found like one dude who is on a steed with armor far surpassing mine, just riding through the wilderness. I'm like, this guy seems like he's a good guy to fucking know. And so I try to talk to him. He's immediately curt, not a good sign. And I go to persuade, and I'm like trying to make my likability number or whatever, my persuasion meter go up. And so it like starts at 27 or something. And then I give him an admiration, and his response is like, "Oh, that's too kind. I haven't heard words like that in a long time." And then the number ticks up. And then I'm like, okay, he likes me a little bit. I go to boast, and I'm like, boast, this seems really risky. I go to boast, and he's like, coming from you, I somewhat believe it. And I'm like, oh, we're in the mix. We're in the mix. And then I'm like, all right, I just have to tell a joke. And he's going to give me some information. I click on joke, and the like number total goes from like 71 down to 0. And he's like, oh, disgusting. Get away from me. and then I have to try and talk to him again. He's not playing any of the jokes. I have not gotten one person persuaded at all yet. Everyone hates me. And sometimes they'll like the joke, and then you'll boast, and he'll be like, I knew you were a liar from the second I saw you. And then leave. It's the funniest NPC interactions of any game I've ever played. So I'm loving that.
Are you playing on Xbox?
I'm playing on Xbox. Yeah, it's free on Game Pass. If anyone has Game Pass.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same. I sent you this clip here. It's you're talking to an NPC, and she goes, "Yes, they're over here, and this and that and the other." Hang on, let me do that one again. Oh. Yes, they're over here, this and that and the other. It's like they left that in. They left the double take in.
That's very funny.
But she's doing like, oh yes, let's be, and then she's like, hang on, let me try that one more time.
It's got take 2 in there. That's very funny.
They made the Argonians, and I can't the Khajiit and those races not look like polygonal nightmare people anymore. However, if you want to create a polygonal nightmare, you can still do that in the character creator. I don't know. It looks great. It's really cool of them to put it on Game Pass. I don't know what it costs if you don't already have the game. And it's definitely still got that jankiness to it. I see how abrupt some of the NPC conversations can be. It sort of just like warps them to you, and the lighting gets all weird and dramatic, and they're smiling. Funny. They look at you with these dead eyes. It's definitely got its own janky charm. So I'm gonna try it out. I don't remember the storyline too well. I just remember Patrick Stewart there at the beginning as the Emperor.
That is funny. That like as soon as the game starts, it's like this giant star, Patrick Stewart, and he's already like, in but a few hours I'll be dead. And yeah. Like, oh, so you're not gonna get a lot of play in this gigantic game.
I cashed my check. Yeah. He was in there for like 30 minutes worth of work and took his check and never came back.
I just like, I'm like laughing playing it at how over the top mean every single character in this game is to my character. Not one person has had a kind word. Even when I return a quest, they'll be like the stock line of like, well done. We appreciate your efforts for the Fighters Guild. And then as soon as I'm like, all right, maybe I'm starting to win some friends and influence people, hit B to get out of chat. Who let this one in? Just, oh man, it's so fun. I can see how a lot of the Oblivion fans are like, oh, a lot of Skyrim people are going to realize this was the better one all along. Pump the brakes there. It's yet to be seen. Only level 5, so I haven't seen any of like the magic and stuff. I do like you can cast spells while you like have a 2-handed thing equipped, which seems like common sense. That's something you couldn't do in Skyrim. I'm only playing one-handed with it anyway because that's what I'm trying to angle for. But that is a good feature. Do you game at all anymore, Dick?
We're playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now, which is
that's a good game.
I think it's pretty old. I think we're getting ready for GTA 6. So I don't really play anything else. It's fun. I'm kind of making my wife play the whole game because I played it secretly before when she went to bed. RDR2. So yeah. I'm like, I spent way too much time trying to get perfect long pronghorn hides. I spent way too much time looking for the fucking white horse. Like, I'm not doing any of that again. I had one goal. I was trying to not spoil it for her by keeping the consumption a secret. You know how the main character dies of consumption, and I was doing a pretty good job. You know, I was like, oh, you might want to play that mission before bed. Like, oh, look, pretty weird that he got coughed on right there. Like, yeah, I don't know, you know, doing a really bad job of trying to keep it on the DL because I wanted her to, you know, experience the majesty of the existential crisis that you go through. And then my stupid friend came over, and the first thing out of his mouth was, "Oh, you're playing RDR too? Oh, has Arthur got consumption yet?" I'm like, okay, well, and she goes, what do you mean that was consumption? Oh no. But playing with her, it's so funny because she gets flustered by the NPCs like trying to hurry her up while she's like exploring drawers and stuff, like looking for cigarettes or brandy or whatever, because every single NPC in the game is like, all right, you're taking forever, Arthur, let's get a move on. All right, hey, come on, get on your horse. And you can see her get like agitated. Like, okay, so she will go, and I'm like, why didn't you get that thing? She's like, because they're rushing me. I'm like, they're not. You're overreacting to people that are they're not even existing. They just it's like an MP3 that's doing that. It's not real. There's not even any kind of internal like AI thinking that's also fake, but at least is a process. This is just like on a timer. Your like a kitchen timer is upsetting you, but it's fun. I don't know. It's something to kill the time before GTA 6, although the fucking baby's going to be here right before GTA 6 comes out. So I don't know how we're going to manage that.
Well, wait, I thought
how is she going to manage
working,
it?
Right?
What, Woody?
She's not working?
She's not working, no.
Yeah, these are not your problems. These are her problems, okay?
I'm going to feel pretty bad playing GTA 6 by myself.
No, you won't.
You get a friend to come over.
No, yeah, you've got other friends than just her.
Yeah,
obviously she's busy. She needs to watch your child, but you are not busy.
And the baby's got to face away, I assume. I can't show the baby running over people on the beach yet, or when is that?
I think it's fine. They're cartoon people, and like you want your kid to be cool.
They look pretty real.
I mean, I'm worried that you're going to raise an uncool child.
No, he'll
you gotta
stamp that cool into him.
Okay, watch you rape a whore.
So no issue there.
No.
So that cool.
Did they actually release a date for GTA 6 or no?
I think so. I thought it was like September or October.
Really?
I thought it was still.
Am I off by a year? I wouldn't be surprised if I was off by an entire year.
The internet says potentially September 17th, 2025, which is like a little specific for a guess.
Potentially,
okay.
Yeah. Potentially September,
they
if
narrowed
not
it
that
down.
October, or maybe perhaps November.
Narrowed it down.
Yeah, this is like I remember a decade ago, people telling me with confidence like George R.R. Martin was finished, and in the it was the next book was being edited, like 10 years ago.
Is he still not done?
No,
he hasn't started. He hasn't done anything
shit.
new. He hasn't done a new thing that look. He keeps making these little like side novels. He's made like 2 video games at least. All this bullshit. These little manuscripts. He's clearly got writer's block and doesn't know what to do. Wherever he is, he's working around the margins of some big I don't know what to do now moment. Clearly.